Welcome to the ICTV programming grid. The programming grid shows the different categories of videos playing on ICTV throughout the week. Each category is represented by a different colour. Young Way is yellow and features videos for kids and young people. These videos play on ICTV before and after school from Monday to Friday. Our Bedtime Stories is a special nighttime series for children in language. It plays every school night at 7:30 p.m. If you have a video you'd like to see on ICTV, please contact us. ICTV, showing our way.
Oh, thank you. Our next performance is Molecular Community.
Telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
That's my water!
Hello and welcome to ICTV's coverage of the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Finals Series. A Division 1 preliminary final about to get underway between two long-term rivals, the Yuendumu Magpies and the Western Aranda Bulldogs. My name's Stan Coombe, joining me in commentary, Joe Clark. Joe, we've just witnessed one thrilling Div 1 preliminary final. Papunya's in, and one of these teams awaits them. This is going to be an absolute beauty. Yuendumu versus Western Aranda. That's one of the marquee matches in Central Australian bush footy.
Oh, for sure, Stan. We've seen this game played about a month ago, and you called it the match of the round, and it lived up to that. There was 2 points in it, and I wouldn't expect anything much more than that today. But one interesting out before we even get any bounces up is Impu not playing.
Massive out for Western Aranda. Of course, Henry Impu, a player of such standing, he's won the Premier League best and fairest medal in the league, the mid-hand medal.
Interesting move for me, Jarrah. He's moved into the middle of the ground just as an on-baller. He's going to be picked up by the nail gun, Nalkin. Stan Coombe.
Ball up back in the middle. Jermaine Walker doing the ruck work for Western Aranda, and the footy heads out towards Frankie Ntata. Got the first kick of the game up towards the 50. Samuel Walker's marked it. 55, 60 metres out from goal. The old Superman, Samuel Walker, goes long. Plenty of defenders back there. Well, they spilt the mark there, did the Magpies. Severio Jarrah in to mop up. Little 1-2 handball exchange with Isaiah Fisher was very good. The kick's wide, and the desperate attempt to take the mark and keep it in by Liam Jarrah unsuccessful. The ball over the boundary line on the full by the looks of it.
Ball played back inside. Nail gun. Baden. Nalkin, what can he do? He goes looking for and finding his teammate. That worm-burning pass inside forward 50. Chest mark. Good work. Not quite sure who that is.
Mervyn Rose, is it? Swervin Mervyn?
Yeah.
Yep.
16. Couple of good passages to play so far from the
I
doggies.
think Jordan Armstrong, the player to get the ball inside 50. Well, I was a bit worried about Jordan Armstrong. We didn't see a lot of him after half-time last week. I was hoping he wasn't injured. Great to see him out there. The marathon man. So, showed himself to be a good goal kicker already this year, Mervyn Rose. Was pretty handy last week. 40 metres out, directly in front, chance for the first goal of the game, and it's just offline. It's the first score of the game. It's a minor.
Western Aranda opened the scoring in this second of the preliminary finals. Yuendumu, they play on. They go short, out wide. I think that's Williams. Looking for Jarrah inside. Liam goes out wide, back to his teammate there all alone. Yuendumu, they're just playing possession football early in this first term here at TIO Traeger Park. Oh, good work there by Nathan Paralucha. Spoils that one. Comes in. Western Aranda just kick it around the corner. No one in particular. I think Jordan Armstrong. He's been hammered there by Jarrah. Jordan Armstrong. This is Jefferson Williams. Nalkin can't get his hands on it. Baden stacks on the mill. Good work there. This way, that way. Jeffrey Paralucci gives it to the alias Mel Bunker. Mel Bunker goes wide. Finds a teammate all alone there. This bloke was good last week. Samuel Walker. Again, he's being handy. And those older heads that we've seen last week make him successful.
Already a few possessions around half forward for Samuel Walker.
Yep.
As a young man capable of producing an almighty leap.
The Skywalker.
Gee. Mighty kick too. It's going to go right to the line.
He likes it.
I think it's through.
Shepherd.
Jasper Wheeler on the goal line helps it go through. First goal of the game goes to Western Aranda. They're 1-1-7 leading Yuendumu, yet to score. Power and Water scoreboard.
Wow, that was a good start there from Samuel Walker. After last week, he get a ton of those possessions.
Well, I get an opportunity. He might send a little bit of a cheerio out to Hermansburg. I know she might be watching if she's not here. Mona Kantawara works at the school out there, does a lot of work behind the scenes for the Western Aranda Footy Club. Couldn't get in last week. Sat down and watched the coverage on ICTV.
Oh.
Tell you what, keep a lookout in a few years' time too for her grandson Malachi Gunnabar. He's going to be a gun.
Wow. Speaking of guns, the ball's tossed back in the middle. Jeffrey Paralucci gets it forward. Nalkin, another centre clearance. Beatty, Bro Beatty, inside forward 50. At the back is Wheeler. Can't get his hands on the football, but another centre clearance from the old heads, and Jeffrey Paralucci. He's going to create headaches there for Yuendumu, I think. I'm not quite sure what the movement is, if Jara being loose in the centre, but Alan Dixon, he looks like he's got the job on Jeffrey Paralucci.
I tell you what, it'd send a shiver down the spine of any backline seeing Baden now come streaming out of the middle ready to deliver it to you. One of the best kicks you could ever hope to see. A boundary throw in, footy deep in attack again for Western Aranda. Gee, that fell very short. It's taken away by Dane Watson, who fed off the handball. A high kick now towards a wing. 2-on-1 in favour of the Bulldogs. Stanley Kenny takes the mark. Strong grab out to Walker again.
It's his third possession, Stan, early.
Lays off a little one to Jeffrey Paralucci. Paralucci kicks inside 50. Patrick Abbott's got it right on the 50. Gee, right on his distance here. Normally a very, very good kick for goal though, Patrick Abbott. This will take everything he's got from that range. If you even put him 5 metres closer, I'd be backing him.
Oh, for sure.
But this one will test him distance-wise.
Abbott, he lets go from outside forward 50. The goal umpire does a fair bit of work.
Point. So he got the distance, but sacrificed the accuracy.
Yeah, no doubt. Yuendumu play on Alan Dixon, gets a clear possession with that left hand. Oh, good work. Yuendumu just run it out of there. Need to get rid of it. The umpire just plays it on. Jeffrey Paralucci can't get his hands on the football. They just stacks on the mill. Alan Dixon's in there fighting for it. So the umpire says, give it here, guys. I'm going to toss it in just inside the centre square. Jara throwing a bit of weight around against Alias Malbunka.
Severio Jara very sore getting up.
Severio, yeah, the ball's tossed up. Alias Malbunka gets it off.
Was that?
Nalkin, Baden, Bro Beatty on the left. Snaps it around the corner. Bad bounce. Wheeler. On the... No, what about that? It was great defence.
Wasn't it?
Jordan Armstrong gives it back to Abbott. Abbott, he tries to get around his opponents.
Wow.
Well done, Yuendumu. The Magpies just get it out of there. Nathan Paralucci.
That was magnificent though by the Yuendumu back line.
Yeah. Paralucci, he goes looking for Jeffrey. There's a pair of them there. Jeffrey, where's he going to go? He goes into the pocket.
Was that a pair of Paralucci's?
Pair of Paralucci's.
Yuendumu in the back pocket. Long. Out to the back flank, grandstand side, waiting underneath it. Alan Bongo Dixon takes the mark on the chest. Gone with the right boot. Normally see the left, looking for Tyson Woods. Took the front position away from his opponent. But lost the footy. It ends up with James Malbunka. Little kick, I'm not sure if that got the distance. Nathan Paralucci there, his kick out wide, just goes over the line. We get a boundary throw and half forward flank, grandstand side. Just Patrick Abbott grabbed the footy and was about to take off with it. Beaten by the boundary line. 1-2-8, Western Aranda Yuendumu yet to score. Power and Water scoreboard. Almost 7 minutes played opening term.
Yuendumu haven't got it inside their forward 50 yet this quarter. Ball's there, won by the 3 then. Western Aranda, Alias Malbunka's first there. Liam Jara just overruns the football. Ball comes out wide, goes to Severio Jara. There's a few of them out there today. Severio, he goes short, looking for and finding his teammate there in Fabian Dixon.
A few of them out there today too.
Oh, for sure. Dixon with a worm-burning pass. Sebastian Watson overruns it. He's had a huge pre-season too by the looks of it, Sebastian Watson. He goes back inside looking for and finding. Don't have a name for the
Clifford
9.
Wade I've got. So Clifford Wade kicks inside 50. And a fast lead out from full forward, chest marks taken. I think that's Sebastian Wilson.
Wow.
Played a lot of footy for Nirrupi over the last few years. Knows how to kick a goal, this bloke. For those who haven't seen him before, it's probably not the preferred shape if you were moulding the body of a footballer. But I tell you what, this bloke can play. And he's a great kick. In comes Wilson, 40 out directly in front. He's hooked that one through for 1 behind. The Magpies get their first score on the Power and Water scoreboard. But keep an eye out for Sebastian Wilson today. I reckon you'll see some tricks around the big sticks from him.
Wow, Western Aranda to play on. They get.
Wow,
what a mark!
Hey, Frankie and Tata.
Frankie and Tata gets up. He gets some rare air. He has one bounce. He has two. He has three. Where's the next link in the chain for the doggies? He goes over looking for Jeffrey Paralucha. He might have overcooked the kick, but Jeffrey Paralucha's smart enough, quick enough, good enough to get back to it. Handball's back inside. He goes looking for, not sure who the three is. They go long, looking for. Well done, Jasper Wheeler. He takes a mark. Great use of the body.
I reckon it was Jermaine Walker with the kick in. He's taken the jumper we're used to seeing Henry Impu in number 3. So Jasper Wheeler, one of the great goal kickers of bush footy in Central Australia.
Yeah.
Turned it on for us last week in the qualifying final. Chance to get his first this afternoon. Tight angle. That normally doesn't bother Jasper Wheeler.
Doesn't matter, Jasper Wheeler.
Kick on its way.
He likes it.
I think the goal umpire does too. She didn't move left or right. She just backed up a little bit, and there's the signal. It's a goal on the board for Western Aranda. They get their second. 2-2-14. Yuendumu 1 point on the Power and Water scoreboard. Here's the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Jasper Wheeler taking the mark in the pocket. And set shots rarely misses.
Stan, I think they've just gone. They've obviously primed themselves for this game, Western Aranda. They worked hard last week in the second half against Papunya, but they'll learn a lot from that game out at Albrecht when they was the match of the round a month ago, and that 2-point margin, and they'll build on that, I think. But Yuendumu have had the week off, and we've seen what happened with the week off.
Saw interested Rovers coach Damien Hall on the screen there. He's got his team into another grand final. Rovers looking for their 5th straight in a couple of weeks' time. Bongo Dixon out of the centre, and that one has gone higher than long. Came down at centre half forward, and no one got a hand in it.
Oh, there's only one bloke wanted it, and that was that 2, and that was Jerome Dixon just belted around the corner. Leading in the race, Nathan Paralucha. Paralucha just kicks it out. Dangerous, dangerous. Doggies up to the challenge. They go out wide. Jermaine Walker all alone. Walker's got Jeffrey Paralucha if he wants him. Paralucha's got Bongo in hot pursuit. Goes out the back. Good work in defence there by the Yuendumu Magpies. And Tata can't get the football back in. This bloke, Ken Allen Dixon. Jarrah's got the football. He's taken a mark. He gets it onto Alan Bongo Dixon. Dixon with that lovely left foot kick. He goes looking for finding Jerome Dixon. He's got Jarrah over the top if he wants him. And he has Ivan Jarrah, son of the famous Liam. He's got his dad's number on. He goes around. I'm not quite sure if he has a shot.
Oh, that's it. There's a mark.
Good work, Yuendumu. Good work.
Ivan Jarrah showing some of the skill that his old man has displayed over the years, and here's Sebastian Wilson to go for goal.
He's played on, he's given it off. Fabian Dixon just slams it through.
I'm not sure what he'd play on there, but I guess it doesn't matter when it goes through. Yuendumu have got their first on the Power and Water scoreboard. Here's Ivan Jarrah on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. A little bit of a Ken, didn't quite connect with the talk, but that'll do. And you got Sebastian Wilson in the goal square. 7 points the difference. 8 minutes to go in the opening term. And there's a little handoff to Fabian Dixon.
Just so cute.
I'm not sure.
I'm not quite sure. This young fella, he's been on the ground, Ivan Jarrah.
He's having a lie down. Just inside 50. I wonder if he got hurt.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but anyway, he's a young fella, under 15s in the Town League, but he's eligible to play, obviously alongside of his father in the seniors. Ball's tossed up in the middle of the ground. Ball can't be won out. Western Aranda lead in the race of it. They handball it over the top. It's Armstrong, Jordan. He goes on to Nalkin. Baden Nalkin. This is the Walker. He's been handy for them up forward. He goes inside forward 50. Good mark in defence there by Yuendumu.
Ivan Jarrah coming off the ground now. Seems to be around the hip area, I think.
Yeah.
He's feeling it.
Yuendumu just run into each other then. Two teammates just collide.
Jerome Dixon with the footy. Pops a little short one over the top to Tommy Hargraves, grandson of the great Ned.
Wow.
One One of the great men behind the scenes in Central Australian bush footy, Ned Hargraves. There goes his grandson Tommy, the kick towards the wing. Grandstand side. Oh, Alan Bongo Dixon. Gee, he was taken high, I thought.
He ducked his head, I thought.
Well, then it's good umpiring if that's the case. Holding the ball, free kick to Jordan Armstrong. He kicks into the centre, Samuel Walker. Geez, what a first quarter he's had. Slips handball to Alias Malbunker. Swung in the 360. Somehow got out of the tackle. Jermaine Walker handballed it forward. Slapped away from the Bulldog player, Billy Abbott.
That wasn't nice football then. That wasn't nice football then.
Billy Abbott gets the free kick. Might be fortunate it wasn't 50 there. That was rolled back along the ground by the Yuendumu players. Anyway, Abbott takes it and goes out to Stanley Kenny on the far side.
Stan the man, he just goes bang inside forward 50. He goes looking for the man of the moment there in Walker. They can't get it out of there. Yuendumu can though, and through Sheldon White. White goes looking for and finding Fabian Dixon. Dixon's taking a mark. Dixon, he gets on his skates, he goes down the line, finding another player there all on his own there in, I don't have a name for him. Well done there, Tyson Woods, he's taken a mark just outside the forward 50. He's taken a couple of marks, but they've been up the ground. We know this bloke can kick a goal. Tyson George, he lets it go from 55 metres. Long, ball hits the ground.
Oh, there he is.
There he goes, Sebastian. Wow, that's a goal. Good work, front and centre. And Sebastian Wilson has kicked his first for the afternoon, and Yuendumu's second.
Expect some more from Sebastian. This one opportunistic, which he's quite capable of. He can take a mark, but gee, trumped that beautifully.
Oh, for sure. Stan, I don't have a 9 for Yuendumu.
I've got Clifford Wayne.
Clifford Wayne. That's who you're going to be today, Clifford.
So, 1 point the difference on the Power and Water scoreboard. I venture to say it's not the first time you'll hear that in the course of this game.
1 point margin.
Gee, just have a look at one of the runners coming up through the interchange gates for Yuendumu, the Shermanator. Sherman Spencer, what a player he was.
Oh,
part of those famous 5 premierships in 6 years for the Magpies.
Oh, for sure. Now he's built like a Sherman tank.
He looks
the ball's
like a
back
footy
in
now.
there. Yeah, the ball's back in. Oh, well done there by Jordan Armstrong. Just gets it clear out of there, but it lands on the chest of the Yuendumu fullback there in Nathaniel Sims. Sims goes out wide looking for Alan Dixon. It's been cut off then by Walker. Jermaine variety. Alan Dixon goes this way, that way. Handballs it to himself. Handballs it to his teammate. Oh, well done there by the doggies. And Abbott. Abbott gives it on to Walker. Walker. Sam, he's been good. Kicks it around the corner, but it's been cut off there by Isaiah Fisher. Fisher, he comes out wide. The grandstand wing looking for Jarrah. Liam. He chicks it over the top. How long is he going to stay in the middle of the ground? They might need some more petrol tickets from him later. Severio Jarrah, he goes inside forward 50. Yuendumu just belted around the corner, and Woods, what about that for a kick?
That was clever and acrobatic.
Yeah, very, very smart. Very smart.
He almost started the motion of putting that onto the boot before it got to his hands.
Yep.
Tyson Woods, clever player, played some footy for NT Thunder a couple of years ago as an under 18. Here's Clifford Wayne.
Clifford Wayne from the boundary. He doesn't like it. Gone through for a minor score.
Scores are level.
You say that a couple of times today too, I reckon, Stan.
Nice kick in Stanley Kenny.
Wow.
Out to the half-back flank on the grandstand side. Frankie and Tata had some airtime earlier on. Gets it to the half-forward flank, taken by Hamish Paralucha. The son of Glenn goes in towards the forward pocket. He's looking for Wheeler. Wheeler takes the mark.
Wow.
Plays on, runs into the goal and puts it through for Western Aranda's third.
That's gone from coast to coast, Stan. They just had a shot down the other end. Clifford Wayne, and within 5 possessions, goal.
And I wouldn't say there was no pressure being applied either. Yuendumu players were running with them.
That was just really skillful out of the back half, and
look at Wheeler.
Just connecting up. Just collecting up, and what a reply.
What did he kick last week? 4 or 5?
5, I think.
Couple already this week, Jasper Wheeler. He's been doing this for about a dozen years now in Central Australian footy.
Yeah. That move of Jarrah. Jarrah's on the wing, Stan.
Yeah.
That's interesting for mine, because, you know, we haven't seen, he's not in the best shape, but obviously they are playing for keeps.
I know times have changed since I played, Joe, but I always considered centre forward to be one of the most important positions on the field. You've got a bloke there that could hold down that position in the AFL. Oh, That's where I'd probably have him.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. Obviously, just having him, he smarts around the ground, but he smarts are better inside the forward 50 because...
We know what a great kick for goal he is too, if he can just get it in his hands.
Oh, for sure.
Anyway, that move may come later.
We will, no doubt. That's what I mean. He used up a fair bit of petrol tickets. The ball still there needed to be won. Well done there by Yuendumu. They just built it forward. But, good pressure. Good pressure there by the Magpies. They get it out wide. Nice snap around the corner there by Ezekiel Paulson. Junior Canterbury can't get his hands on the football. Oh, this man can though. Western Aranda, they just belted out of there. No man's land. Dangerous. Straight to Alan Bongo Dixon though. Alan Dixon still looking for the next link in the chain. There's a minute to go in this first term. There's only one spot left in the grand final, and that's going to go to the winner of this game. Bongo goes long, two-handed punch away. Sebastian just had a shot. Sebastian Watson, that is, goes down to Sebastian. What a goal! Sebastian Wilson, you said he was going to be handy around the goals today, Stan Coombe. That's his second for the afternoon.
What a beauty too. Like I said, not the shape you'd be looking at if you were moulding the body of a great footballer, but it doesn't matter to this bloke. And how he's managed to do this, get it on the First Nations Foundation's live action replay, that's a beauty.
Wow, that's a goal of the day for this game so far.
Yeah, fantastic goal.
It's a draw, viewers. We've got 20, it's 3 goals, 2 apiece. And no one's winning this quarter because it's going to go, we're not even going to have time for this bounce. There's 5 seconds to go. But what an entertaining start to this prelim final in Division 1. No one goes up for it. They knew that the umpire, the siren, was going to be the winner on this occasion.
There's the siren, first quarter gone in our second Division 1 preliminary final here this afternoon. These teams fighting for the right to go on and meet Papunya in the grand final next week. We're none the wiser who it's going to be. Couldn't pick anyone from that. 3-2, 20 apiece on the Power and Water scoreboard. And I don't think it's the first time today we were saying the scores are level. Stay with us on ICTV. 3 more great quarters of finals footy action coming your way.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
Don't leave the tap on!
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? That's my water. What will you do?
COVID-19 will come here. Will you be ready? COVID-19 sickness will make us so sick we go to hospital, need a machine to breathe, maybe die. If lots of people get sick, the hospital can't help everyone, but not if we get vaccinated. All Congress clients over 16 can get the Pfizer vaccine. No worries about very rare blood clots, and it works well against all different types of COVID. You must have 2 doses to be fully protected. Call 1-800-570-688 to book yours. Remote Congress clients ask at your clinic.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We're looking for leaks. That's my water! What will you do?
Welcome to the ICTV Programming Grid. The Programming Grid shows the different categories of videos playing on ICTV throughout the week. A different colour represents each category. Our tucker is green and plays on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday and Wednesday. Our tucker features hunting and cooking videos from communities across the country. If you have a video you'd like to see on ICTV, please contact us. ICTV, showing our way.
Watch out for these new videos on ICTV this week.
We take a shower every day before
being a teenager and growing up, like having to get a job and like do your own money, this and that, because your parents only live off a Centrelink payment or, you know, just their little work payment, it's like hard.
All like my brothers too was all like knocking around, you know, running around the streets and stuff.
A lot of bush tucker and a lot of pussycat, like working, like look around for Nino, because we go around and check the hole for pussycat. If we see
ICTV, showing our way.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
Don't leave the tap on!
Hello, you're watching ICTV and our coverage of the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Final Series. Second term of our second Div 1 preliminary final about to get underway. And there's nothing in it. 3 goals to 20 apiece on the Power and Water scoreboard.
The only thing stopping us from getting this underway is those 5 children that are over the fence.
A little bit of a hold up, and on your screens, if you're looking from interstate, that was Liam Jarrah on the wing. You might have seen him playing for the Melbourne Demons a few years back. Back playing for his home community here in Alice Springs these days. It's not often we see him on a wing.
Yeah, no way.
But this is bush footy in Central Australia as Jeffrey Paralucci gets a handball away to the nail gun bait, and now what a beautiful kick. But it bounced off the chest of the leading player out from full forward. And Yuendumu ended up getting it. The kick comes out towards Jarrah on the wing. He waited for it. It just fell into his lap in the end. He gives a handball off to Tommy Hargraves, and Hargraves kicks into the centre.
Ball's in the middle of the ground. Stand the man. Kenny, he can't get it. He gets a clear position out. Well done there by Yuendumu. They just belted forward. Leading in the race is Sebastian Watson. He can't get his hands on the football. Oh, this man can though. Twist, turns, tingles.
And look out now.
Wow, what about that?
Sebastian Wilson again.
Wow, he's got Charlie Cameron's Guernsey on. He's got Charlie Cameron's moves.
He's also got about 3 times Charlie Cameron's weight to carry as well, but he can do it.
Nevertheless, that's his 3rd goal, mate. That's Yuendumu's.
He has been brilliant again.
4th goal for the afternoon.
He's
wow.
the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Now look at this big man twist and turn. Look at that. And then the check side to finish it. 3 goals, Sebastian Wilson.
What a goal. What a goal of football. What a good goal. I never moved that quick since I danced at Bojangles about 25 years ago.
Bounce down back in the middle. Jermaine Walker, and he had the better of the tap for Western Aranda, but the roving's been done by Bongo Dixon for Yuendumu, and that spirals forward, that kick. Off the left boot, bounces out towards the boundary line and well inside the attacking 50 in the end. Oh, a little toe poke has fallen in the favour of the Magpies. Tyson Woods on the receiving end of a handball. He can't take the footy with him. And eventually, under a fair bit of pressure still, I think Sebastian Watson in there laying a tackle for the Magpies. Now Woods hooks around the body, gets to the top of the goal square. Here's Wilson again! Oh, unbelievable!
Wow.
He's done it again. He's got 4.
They don't need Jarrah up there.
Oh, he's snapping them from everywhere. Let's have a look on the First Nations Foundation live action replay here. There's Woods. Good kick to put it to the danger spot. Look at that. How quick thinking is that?
He's such a quick thinker.
That he is. He's kicked 4 great goals, Sebastian Wilson. Yeah, he's putting on a bit of a show.
They've got a couple of twin towers up there. Sebastian Watson's the other one. He hasn't had a touch yet, but they're just creating. Stan the man, Kenny, he's got the job. He's been asked to go straight back on him.
Big start to the term for Yuendumu. 2 quick goals and the biggest margin of the game now. 12 points, equal biggest margin.
Walker, he goes up from Yuendumu. Can't get it down though. Yuendumu can though. Oh, good work out of there in Jerome Dixon. He goes long into that forward line. Nice mark. Great mark.
Young Woods.
Tyson Woods.
Noted goal kicker too, this young man.
Oh, for sure. Yuendumu are working it out of the centre stand. Western Aranda ain't manning up, and they don't have any structure.
If he can kick this, what a lightning start to the term for them. Scores were level only less than 4 minutes ago. He's gone the check side and he ends it straight through the middle. An 18-point lead on the Power and Water scoreboard to Yuendumu in the blink of an eye.
Yep, and that's his first for the afternoon. They're just setting up quite well in the centre.
Bongo Dixon having some influence in there. Experience, good body size. His younger brother next to him there, Jerome Dixon.
And Jaden Watson, there's not much of him, but he's providing a contest. And of course, Ezekiel Paulson, he's got the job on Jeffrey Paralucha, and he's following Jeffrey everywhere.
And we haven't seen Paralucha getting as much of the football as we've become accustomed to. So it's a good move. You don't see that often in bush footy, the tagging role.
No, you don't. He just broke the tag. Then Jeffrey Paralucci gets a Nalkin. He goes over the Tree of Knowledge direction. He goes over and finds Rathar and Patrick. Patrick goes inside 50. Oh, dropped what he should have taken. Western Aranda still get there. Hamish Paralucci snapped it around the corner. Wheeler can't craft his magic deep into the forward line. It goes through for a minor score.
He'll be desperate to respond to what Sebastian Wilson's done at the other end.
Dangerous. Walker. Sam's just stole it out of there. He snapped it around the corner. Paralucha, he goes up, but he can't come down with it, and Jara's taken a mark.
Might have given him a little bit of a corky there.
Yeah, I think so.
He limped away from that contest, Jara. 50.
I am not quite sure what that 50-metre penalty was, but the umpire knows better than me, Stan.
Yeah, I can only assume, look, we're not out there, I can only assume he called Jeffrey back a couple of times and Jeffrey didn't move. Jara plays on with a little handball to Alan Dixon. Bongo with the right boot. It's not what we used to see. Oh, clean bowl there, the Western Aranda player, Jonathan Paralucha. Nathan Paralucha goes back to fix it up, slipped the handball away, eventually comes back to Jonathan Paralucha holding the ball.
Wow. There's
a couple of been a handball in there.
A couple of 50-50 decisions have gone in favour of Yuendumu in this last passage of play.
Jordan Wayne with the footy. Thought about the little sideways handball there to Sebastian Watson. I reckon it was discussed. And now Jordan Wayne to shoot for goal from just inside 50. No, changed his mind at the last minute. Put the kick out into the forward pocket. Western Aranda able to get some numbers across there. This is good footy from Nelson Paralucha. He'll receive the handball. Little handball further back from him now to Alias Malbunka. And now Malbunka will kick them forward and inside the centre square to Frankie Ntada. Ntada lays off the handball. Good running out of defence to Nish Impu. Impu out wide now to the half-forward flank. Renathan Patrick gathers. Swings around onto the right boot. Kicks into the pocket. Patrick Abbott had the front position. Couldn't quite hold onto the mark. The pressure from the defender there, Ezekiel Marshall, was pretty good. We'll get a boundary throw in with the footy deep in attack for Western Aranda. Fair bit of push and shove going on here between Patrick Abbott and Ezekiel Marshall. Jeffrey Paralucha doing some ruck work against...
Oh, Paralucha just steals it out of there. He has a like. He likes it.
Gee whiz.
Yuendumu are just worrying about pushing Patrick Abbott and worry about the football.
And they're still doing it. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Paralucha celebrating his goal.
That's his first goal.
And saw on the Foundation's, First Nations Foundation live action replay. What a good decision by him to go for the ruck contest. Then he just plucked it out of the air and straight onto the boot. Western Aranda needed it because Yuendumu had kicked the first 3 goals of the term.
Yeah, they just needed that steadier. We've seen this earlier in the first term, Stan. Yuendumu got out to a bit of a break, but they got clawed back.
So he's been tightly watched today, Jeffrey Paralucha, but goal on the board there, Ezekiel Paulson. The man standing side by side with him in the centre. Can't believe the size of the ruckman here, Jaden Watson. He's hardly anything of him, but he's broken even there with Jermaine Walker. Ezekiel Polson paddling the ball forward for the Magpies. Go Kanawara went to ground. Oh, some heavy body work there around half forward now for Yuendumu. Ball just inside the attacking 50. Here comes Dane Watson. Shovels it further forward. Sebastian Wilson lurking. Look out. Coming away now. Stanley Kenny.
Stan the man.
Off to Jermaine Walker.
Walker, he's on the gap road wing. He's got a long run. Nathan Patrick, he's been handy this last 5 minutes. He's got two backwards if he wants them. He does go backwards. Dennis Impu. No, it's Jermaine Walker. Walker goes inside forward 50 looking for Wheeler. Jasper, this way, that way. Pushed in the back. The umpire says play on.
Holding the ball.
Free kick, Yuendumu.
Sims, good matchup, isn't it?
He takes him on. He goes deep in looking for Dixon. Alan Dixon, Bongo. Bongo takes an uncontested mark. He's got Jarrah out wide. He shanks the kick. Leading in the race of the football though. Western Aranda, Jarrah's hot pursued. Oh, good attempt to tackle Jeffrey Paralucha. This way, that way. He goes looking for Kanawara. Junior. Dixon beats him. He goes this way. How about that? More moves than Michael Jackson. Ball comes back in the middle of the ground. Western Aranda can't get... Oh, the nail gun. Bro Beatty goes long, deep in the forward line. Wheeler at the back. He can't get the football though. Oh, Samuel Walker, he lays on a tackle. Good pressure. The umpire says that's too high.
Oh, right, yeah.
Too high. Free kick's going to go to Tommy Hargraves.
Well, good day to Ned if you're watching. I imagine he's probably here watching those short pass from Tommy Hargraves over to Jerome Dixon. Oh, in fact, that's not Jerome Dixon, my apologies. Kick up to the wing taken by Severio Jarrah. Jarrah's kick to the wing marked by Fabian Dixon. Dane Watson was the player I got mixed up with inside 50. Sebastian Wilson, oh, a couple of bites at it, couldn't quite complete the mark. Stanley Kenny knocks it out of his way and then gathers himself. Tried to go with the outside of the boot, just didn't quite connect with it right. Under a fair bit of pressure, sails out of bounds on the full. The free kick to be taken by Jefferson Williams, one of the veterans for Yuendumu. Great man, Jefferson Williams.
I think you might see...
Over 40 years of age and still playing senior football.
I'm not quite sure, but I think Jarrah's just limped off with a hamstring, Stan.
Well, that is big news. Not just for this game, but if they win.
Ah, for sure.
The grand final as well. But they got to win this one first. Boundary throw-in on the attacking 50 for the Magpies.
When he chased Jeffrey Paralucha on the wing here, he used up a fair bit of his pace.
He got that bump too in the marking contest not long before that either, so could be a couple issues.
Well done there by Walker. Jermaine, he wins the ruck. Pushed in the back there, Western Aranda. They try to get it out of there. They do. On the left foot, they're coming out. And Bro Beatty, Nalkin, he puts the afterburners on. He has one, he has two. He's got a long kick if he wants him, he does. Goes looking for Nathan Patrick. Patrick's been handy for them. He can come back in the middle to Nalkin if he wants. He goes to even further to Kanawara, I think that is. In Junior Kanawara, he goes over the top. Good work, Western Aranda. They've moved it coast to coast. He can chip it over the top if he wants to stand, but he's elected to take full responsibility. And that's Douglas Inkamala. 8.5 minutes to go in this second term.
They've at least steadied the ship a bit, Western Aranda.
11 points in it. Can Western Aranda bring it back to under a goal? Douglas Inkamala's long. No free kick to do in there.
Oh, won't matter.
Samuel Walker's just belted it through. What about the body work there by Jasper Wheeler?
That was a real... Him and Nathaniel Sims have had a real...
It's a point.
Is that a point, is it? The crowd behind the goals were going ballistic. So that's a point.
It is a minor score.
Gee, I think I've just written that one down on my team sheet here. I'll scrub that out.
Yeah, you're going to have to, Stan. Fabian Dixon, they go to him short. Dixon's got a teammate over the top if he wants him. He elects there. Yuendumu can come out wide here to Isaiah Fisher. Fisher's taken a mark.
Brother of the coach.
Zaya just sits it up on the gap, on the, at the back. Woods takes a mark. Tyson's got a runner inside if he wants it. He's been asked to play on. He goes down the line. Goes looking for his teammate there in Fabian Dixon. He can't take a mark, but punched away from Jeffrey Paralucha. Stan.
Boundary throw in, half forward flank for Yuendumu now. They're down by 10, up by 10 points on the Power and Water scoreboard. They kicked the first 3 goals of the term in a real rush. Since then, Western Aranda have got one back and steadied the ship. Gee, that was a low trajectory boundary thrown, and we're going to get that one again. Ruckman don't have to jump for that one. So take 2 for the boundary throw in. Jermaine Walker versus Watson. Walker got rid of him. I don't know if Jefferson Williams was allowed to come into the contest there, and he did. And I reckon that's why Jermaine Walker's going to get the free kick. Jefferson Williams wasn't the nominated ruckman.
Walker plays on. He's got Junior Kandawara if he wants to. He gives it over the top. Kandawara, he goes inside forward 50. At the back there is his teammate. They're going up for it, but they can't get the football. Hands on the football. Good work in the move. They get it out. Don't know how they got it out, but they got it out. Good tackle.
Swerving Mervyn Rose.
His teammates didn't let him know that he wasn't free. For Nathan Patrick it is. He's been handy. He has a flying shot at goal. He likes it.
That's close.
The goal umpire likes it. It's a goal. Nathan Patrick gets another one. And that margin, Stan, dare I say it, is under a kick.
How unusual. Just have a look here on the First Nations Foundation replay. That was a great chase and tackle. Mervyn Rose, that's what set the goal up. Looked like Yuendumu were way off half back.
Nathan Patrick, hasn't he?
He has had a lot of kicks around half forward. Provides them a marking target, and look, there is a family connection with the great Liam Patrick too. I think it's a nephew.
Yep.
So that would explain those footy skills. And
look
of course,
at that.
Liam Patrick, if he was watching this, he'd be a bit confused. He'd have a foot in both camps.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got family on both sides, and has played for both in the past. Long time ago, before his AFL career.
Oh, for sure, Stan. For sure. A 4-point margin here at TIO Traeger Park. No next week for the loser, Jeffrey Paralucha. He doesn't want to lose. He gets the centre clearance. He goes long in the forward line looking for Wheeler. Jasper Wheeler gets front position. Can't take the mark. Snapped around the corner though by the Doggies. Handball through, and it's gone through for another minor score.
I think that's the first rush behind I've seen in 25 years of watching bush footy.
Wow, Stan, there's a first for everything. First for everything.
Yep. Normally we don't rush a through from behind. We don't play safe here at Traeger Park. Not when the bush footy mob are in town.
He's been asked to play on out of defence. Yuendumu, they go long with a spiral down to the middle of the ground. In front position though. Alias Mel Bunker runs across. Good stuff there by Yuendumu. They hold up strong in defence. Alan Dixon. Bongo takes a mark in the middle of TIO Traeger Park. What's he going to do with that lovely raking left foot kick? He sets it up for his teammate there. Just puts it up for Severio Jara. Leading in the race of the football though. It's 2-on-1. Western Aranda can't get it out of there. They try. Stacks on the mill. They do this time. One-handed handball. The umpire says play on. I don't know how he got rid of that one.
Drop kick.
The umpire swallowed a whistle. Now said, I'm going to toss boundary throw in. I reckon this central umpire, this is their 3rd game today.
Gee, that's a huge effort.
I'm sure she done the first Div 1, Div 2, and she done the 18s.
Gee, 27 degrees out there too. It's not cool. It's not as hot as it can be this time of the year sometimes. Gee, Sebastian Watson plucked it out of the air from the boundary throw-in. Got the quick kick forward. Western Aranda come up with a mark deep in the back pocket. Nathan Paralucha with the footy and a switch of play.
Oh, dangerous!
The last bloke you want to give it to, Sebastian Wilson, takes the mark. He'll go back and look for goal number 5.
Yeah, for sure, Stan.
This will be the easiest one of the lot, though.
Western Aranda had the idea because they were away, but the kick just wasn't good enough. He kicked it in between both of those loose Western Arandas.
Well, Sebastian Wilson for goal number 5. Only 30 metres out. He's kicked them from everywhere today. That's the easiest one of the 5 he's put through. And Yuendumu stretched the margin back out past one straight kick again.
That he's got a handful, Stan. So on the Power and Water scoreboard, we have Yuendumu 7 goals, 2-44. They lead Western Aranda 5-5, 35. 2.5 minutes to go here in the second term here, the preliminary final. Div 1.
Just looking at the First Nation Foundation replay there. As Sebastian Wilson was walking into goal, now we've swapped over to the grandstand. Crowd in there having a great old time.
They're having a ball. They're getting their money's worth. They've seen 4 crackerjack games today.
9 points to lead to Yuendumu. Power and Water scoreboard. 2 minutes to go in this third term. A goal either way, crucial.
Oh, for sure, Stan. That red time we talk about, dangerous time for each team. 44 plays 55. Jeffrey Paralucha, what a gun. One bounce, straight out of centre square. TIO Traeger Park, he goes long. Oh, good work in defence there by Yuendumu.
Seeing that hit the post. So point to Western Aranda, kick in. For Yuendumu, be taken by Dame Watson.
Watson, he goes short looking for Alan Dixon. Oh, talk about being in a good paddock. Samuel Walker, he goes inside. Uncontested mark. Play on. Have a shot from point blank. He missed it. He likes it. What a goal there from Swervin' Mervyn Rose. That's his first for the afternoon, Stan Coombe.
Went over to have a bit of a chat with him over on the other side of the fence too after he kicked this. You see on the First Nations Foundation action replay, took the mark well inside 50, realised he was unattended, so he turned around and played on to make it a little bit easier.
Hang on, Stan, I'm going to put this thing back on repeat again.
Less than a goal in it?
Yep, less than a goal in it. 2 points in actual fact, 44 plays 42. 12 shots to 9. Yuendumu, they've kicked accurately. Western Aranda, they're hanging in there. Talk about a heavyweight bout. Under 30 seconds to go in this first half of footy.
Jermaine Walker in the ruck for Western Aranda up against Dame Watson, and the smaller of the two got up high, got his hands on it. Alan Bongo Dixon nose over the footy, slammed it onto the right boot, got it up to half forward. Oh, bad bounce from Western Aranda defenders. Sebastian Watson went to ground. Footy slammed forward straight to Yuendumu though. Kyron Fisher, son of the coach, got the kick up towards the attacking 50. There's the half-time siren sounds to end an exciting first half of preliminary final football. And there's less than a goal in it, 2 points of difference. Yuendumu 7-2-44. Lead Western Aranda 6-6-42 on the Power and Water scoreboard. Stay with us on ICTV. A half of preliminary finals footy to go. We'll be back shortly. Don't go anywhere.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
That's my water!
What's up? It's me, Baker Boy. Our knowledge for looking after water has passed on from generation to generations. Water lets people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We turn off the taps. We're looking for leaks. We report the leaks. That's smart water. You can be water smart, and you can help your family be water smart too. What will you do?
Have you washed your hand?
COVID-19 pachinnak maranenwana. Unda rare yarala jaka. COVID-19 ilkadanna la anona ilkadandoram borichina. And anona hospital wana alachina. Agayanga jangar machine aranama and ilomapak. Charjat nengal kaderama. Hospitala oyana help me lama mapa. Vaccine and renana anonenama moirail. Congress client mapa 16 years old and unbara it na boys a vaccine in them. Itala ramala akuko war blood clots in nama. Mwara war gerama COVID-19 gadama bakaj. Unda inama vaccine tara ngana indandaram. Number nana ringamelai 1-800-570-688 and Pokamelai Ngwena. Pojan Congress Klein de Mabala Angai Clinica.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
And welcome back to ICTV's coverage of the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Final Series. Half-time in our second Div 1 preliminary final, a 2-point lead to Yuendumu. During the break, we're going to have a chat with Mr. Ross Kelly, who is the chairman of the Clontarf Foundation. We're going to also tell you that once upon a time he was chairman of the Fremantle Dockers. I think he was the inaugural chairman. And in his day, a pretty handy footballer too for West Perth, played in the premiership for them and represented WA 10 times. Ross, thanks for joining us on ICTV.
Pleasure, Stan. Great to be here.
And look, I welcome you to Alice Springs. I know you've been here before, but is this the first opportunity for you to get down to local footy?
I've seen one game before, but it's the first time I've been here in a final series, Stan, and I must say I'm most impressed. If I was still involved actively with Fremantle, I'd have our scouts here looking for some of those young boys from Papunya. I thought they played an excellent standard of footy, and of course today's game is just as good.
Yeah, we got something pretty unique here in terms of the style of play and the atmosphere around the ground too. Plenty of excitement.
A lot of excitement.
Now, the Clontarf Foundation, I guess I better disclose too, I actually full-time employee of the Clontarf Foundation, so it's not going to be in a current affair chat, this one. Look, maybe in your words, Ross, outline what the Clontarf's all about and what do they do?
Well, Clontarf's effectively, Clontarf uses sport, typically Australian rules footy in the territory and in Western Australia, to attract young Aboriginal boys to school, to get them to stay at school, and then when they finish we find them a job. It's very simple. Boys, we believe that young men of Aboriginal or otherwise, if they get a good education, they have a good start to life and they finish up with a better life than they otherwise would have.
Now, Alice Springs in the Central Australian region, it holds a special place with Clontarf too, because it was part of the first bit of expansion out of WA.
Yeah, but very true. We, when we started, we had no plans to do anything much apart from be involved in WA, and a lady called Olga Havnan, who'd been doing some work in Alice Springs, heard about us, came down to Western Australia, looked at what we did and then invited us to come back to start up in Alice, supported then by Paul Henderson, I think, who was then Chief Minister or about to become Chief Minister. We opened 4 academies in Alice, and that was our first digression away from WA.
And there's been a little bit of expansion in Central Australia in recent times, the primary school academy up in Tennant Creek, and look, this particular game too would hold some special interest. Hermannsburg and Yuendumu, 2 communities in which Clontarf is now doing a pilot program.
Absolutely, we're very interested. I guess we're looking to adapt our program to make it more suitable for students in remote communities. We've decided that Yuendumu and Bataria is the places where we can do this best, and we're starting working in both of those primary schools actively, encouraging the boys to come to school and rewarding them with trips to Alice to play footy and mix with kids from other areas.
Yeah, look, put my hand up again and disclose I've been involved with that particular program in particular. Look, and it's fantastic too, because you've probably seen out here we've got a great senior competition. We've also got a very good under-18 competition for the communities, but under that age level, it does start to fall away. So I know the educational side of it is the most important, but the lads are certainly enjoying the opportunity for some structured footy too.
Oh, my word. I mean, it's the program's not about footy, but don't tell the boys. That's the secret.
Look, just while we've got you here too, Ross, I wanted to recap on your playing days. I guess too we could probably mention a relationship at Fremantle Dockers has continued with Jared Neesham.
Yes, of course.
But your playing days, 10 state games, you come up against a big V in any of those games?
Oh yes, I've played against Victoria several times. Yeah, a number of times.
Any wins?
No, we got to within about 16 points on the MCG, and then Mickey Aylett grabbed one on the wing and put paid to our chances. But no, they were always slightly better than us, but slightly better. I remember in 1959 they beat us by about 20 goals. So we've been between a rock and a hard place in that day. But no, they were always slightly better, but we were competitive.
And just looking at the year, I'm not 100% sure, but that means you might have stepped on the field with some of the greatest names in the history of the game. Whitten, Barassi, were they around?
I've played on Ted Whitten. I've played on Bob Davis, changing on Ron Barassi on the MCG. So yes, I've played against them. I must say, I wouldn't say with great distinction, but I have played on both those players. Yes.
I think most of us would be happy just to share their presence on the football field. Ross, thank you very much for joining us on ICTV. Great to have you here in Central Australia at such an important time of the year for our communities and their footy.
Great to be here. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Ross. There you go. Mr. Ross Kelly, Chairman of the Clontarf Foundation, talking to us at half-time during our Div 1 preliminary final. Stay with us on ICTV. We'll be back with more footy action soon.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
What do you all do if you see a water running? Turn it off!
Milpa the Trachoma goanna is here to show you how to protect yourself, your family and your community from coronavirus. Make sure you wash your hands with soap and water regularly. Keep 3 steps away from all people. Cough and sneeze into your elbow or tissue and throw used tissues into the bin. Wash your hands with soap and water again. Don't share drinks and smokes. And stay home if you don't need to go out. For more information about coronavirus, COVID-19, please contact your local health clinic.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We turn off the taps. What will you do?
Did you know us Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are born with the best vision in the world?
It's true.
Yeah, and you also need good eyes to mark and kick the footy.
Yeah.
Did you also know that some kids in communities have sick eyes from trachoma?
Is that where you wash your face whenever it's dirty to have strong eyes and stop trachoma?
Sure is, Jay. It's fun and easy too. So remember,
clean faces, strong eyes.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? That's my water. What will you do?
Follow Melbourne's 6 steps to stay healthy and get rid of trachoma.
Play nice until it's empty. Wash your hands with soap and water. Wash your face to clean snot and yucky eyes. Brush your teeth with toothpaste morning and night. Have a shower with soap every day. Don't share towels. Clean faces, strong eyes.
For more information, contact Indigenous High Health.
COVID-19 will come here. Will you be ready? COVID-19 sickness will make us so sick we go to hospital, need a machine to breathe, maybe die. If lots of people get sick, the hospital can't help everyone, but not if we get vaccinated. All Congress clients over 16 can get the Pfizer vaccine. No worries about very rare blood clots, and it works well against all different types of COVID. You must have 2 doses to be fully protected. Call 1-800-570-688 to book yours. Remote Congress clients ask at your clinic.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We report the leaks. Tell your family, tell your teacher, that's my water. What will you do?
Kiwi kura community ayo kiwi kurang ora yo palla Hello, my name is Jody Morty watching ICTV. Sorry?
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
What you all do if you see a water running?
Turn it off!
And welcome back to ICTV's coverage, the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Finals Series. One half of preliminary final action to go. There's nothing in it. Yuendumu leading Western Aranda by 2 points on the Power and Water scoreboard at the main break. My name's Stan Coombe. Joining me in commentary, Joe Clark, as we look at Darren Talbot on the screen there. Joe out helping the Yuendumu Magpies. There's the Shermanator next to him. Sherman Spencer with the mohawk haircut. One of the all-time great footballers from yesteryear. And just walking past him there, Sebastian Watson, another one in that category, still playing.
What about the bloke in the high vis there? Carl Hampton played over 200 games at Pioneer Footy Club. Many
certainly got some knowledge.
Played about 7 premierships, I reckon, for Pioneer.
Simon Fisher Jr. there, the coach, right in the middle too. Surrounded himself with some smarts.
One interesting person walked off in that group. We spoke about him before the break, Liam Jarrah. He limped off even worse then, I think.
They may not see him in the second half.
Unless there's some magic stuff that runner's got.
And I will send a cheerio too, a bloke I saw walking off just before all of them, Chuparula, Steve Mitchell. Obviously it's a cheerio when he watches it on YouTube.
Yeah, big cheerio out to everyone out there in 74 Flynn. I hope you're enjoying the call, because I know I didn't give you a call out last week, but my family, looking forward to getting home after this half of footy. There's no doubt about this, Stan. Strap in your seatbelts and make sure you grab yourself a cuppa. This game is going to be off the show. Let's go, Stan Coombe.
2 points of difference, Yuendumu leading Western Aranda. Second half about to get underway. Undersized ruckman Jaden Watson up against Samuel Walker. The ball forward to the nail gun. Baden Nowkin streaming forward. Patrick Abbott parked himself bravely in front of the oncoming lead from full forward. His advantage given because Samuel Walker slammed it through for a goal if it is.
Yep.
It's a goal. What a start to the second half for Western Aranda. And dare I say it, the lead has changed hands again.
Wow. That was a quick goal.
That was lightning.
Nowkin again out of the centre square. We've just seen him.
Now, I don't know if it was a free kick played upfield while the whistle went, but gee, I give some credit to Patrick Abbott too, who back into Jasper Wheeler and Nathaniel Sims bursting out from full forward. I wouldn't have wanted to been standing there, Joe. That was courage.
No way, Stan. Now, the quarter started, 20-minute quarters. We're under 19 minutes now. That ball...
And we've only seen 10 seconds of action.
10 seconds of action. That was 10 seconds out of the centre square. And
I want time on, Joe, and I have done for a long time.
So do I. Let's review football in Central Australia. If you're watching Sean Bowden, I want to see you. Ball's tossed up back in the middle of the ground. And
here goes again.
Nowkin again. Centre clearance again, tackled, no downfield. Anyway, good stuff there. Last line of defence there by Yuendumu, and that was through Dane Watson. Watson comes out to Alan Dixon. Dixon, Bongo, he takes an uncontested mark. He goes on the right foot. He goes looking for Jerome Dixon. Dixon, this way, that way. It's keeping off. The Dixon onto the rest. Jerome gives it back to Bongo. Bongo goes long into the forward line.
Oh, look out.
Oh, what about that for a shot on goal? It's bouncing. Should have just shepherded through. Tyson Woods wanted his name in the paper. Oh, well done there by Stan the Man Kenny. Big shout out to you, Joe Milky, if you're watching. Your son's a gun. He kicks it out wide. It's rolling. Gap road wing, and it's beat him all over there. And it's going to be a boundary try and fair knowledge, Stan Coombs.
Yeah, great call too about Stanley Kenny. And if you think back a few years ago when he was playing under 18 football, probably most people regarded him as a slightly overweight, okay footballer. What a good player he has turned himself into. Well done, Stanley Kenny.
Oh, for sure.
Doing a great football family proud at the moment. Here goes Western Aranda away from the clearance. Frankie Antata, a couple of highlights from him today.
Downfield.
The middle outside of the right boot.
Late tackle, whatever you want.
Free kick. Western Aranda supporters over there in the background,
He
absolutely
gives it to
loving
Jeffrey
that.
Paralucha. Paralucha on the left with a worm-burning pass. Wheeler, he frees for a free kick. Abbott snaps on goal. It's gone straight. It's missed everything, Stan. Out of bounds on the full. Should have made more of that opportunity.
Quick opportunities to give it. I just think the pressure and maybe the crowd noise out there is making a couple of blokes do things quicker than maybe they need to.
Oh, the stakes are high, don't forget.
So Yuendumu with a kick in. Oh, the switch of play, sometimes considered dangerous.
Abbott going to make a contest. He does well. Abbott takes a mark, handballs it off, gives it to his teammate Abbott. He's on the left. Worm-burning pass. Kicks it.
Isaiah Fisher.
Isaiah Fisher boots it out of there, but only goes as far. Doggy, there's a flock of them. Jordan Armstrong, he's leading in the race of the football. Where can he go with it? He picks it up. Oh, good work there by Yuendumu. And that was through Fisher. Oh, good work there by Yuendumu. They just barged through. Well done there. Good work. No 50-metre penalty there. Good work there by James Melbunker. Where's the next link in the chain? Melbunker. He's got Armstrong if he wants him. No, he's going backwards. He's going back to Stan the Man Kenny. Stan on that left foot. He goes across. Nathan Paralucha it is. Paralucha, he gives it. No, that's Kenny. Yeah. That's Stan the Man. He's got a teammate all alone on the Gap Road wing. He goes that direction. Inside forward 50. Great attempt to mark. Front and centre. Snap around the corner.
It's Walker again, I think.
Again. Walker has kicked another opportunist goal. Well done. Western Aranda, they've just got a mini break here, Stan.
They have. They're looking good. They're up and about at the moment. Maybe they sense with Liam Jarrah off that their chances have been enhanced. 8-6-54. Yuendumu 7-2-44 Parramatta scoreboard. We just saw the goal on the First Nations Foundation live action replay.
I think Western Aranda are going to go and play to their strengths, Stan. Running hard football. Not possession, hold it up, because that's what Yuendumu want to do.
Looking at that back line of theirs too, and must be a requirement to play in that back line. You must have a red arm guard on your right arm, I think. We've got Jonathan Paralucha, Stanley Kenny, and James Malbunga back there. They've all got that red arm guard on, and they're all playing good football.
Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure.
The red arm brigade in the back line for the Bulldogs.
Ball's tossed up in the middle of the ground. Oh, guess who? Jeffrey Paralucha. He wins another centre clearance. He's got Dixon to beat, though. Ah, well done there by Yuendumu. There's three of them there. Jeffrey Paralucha goes back, helps out. Stacks on the mill. Can anyone get it at the back? Alias Malbunka tries. Jeffrey Paralucha goes with a left foot kick. Inside forward 50.
Whoops.
No one can take their possession here. Clear possession. Oh, good possession. Good work there by Baden Elkin. Bro Beatty gives it back. No free kick doing there. Patrick Abbott, long lead of the football. Good attack on the football, Patrick Abbott. Western Aranda still there, needs fighting it out on that wing. Oh, good tackle. Jeffrey Paralucha is the best footballer in Alice Springs, Stan. There you go.
Minute, also being talked about, not just in this comp too, at the minute he's being talked about as a potential Minahan medalist for the Premier League as well. And the man we're talking about now got the footy in his hands.
Yep.
Half forward, big torpedo. Might cap things right off for us, Jay.
Oh, for sure.
And he's going to have a go at one. Paralucha doesn't connect with it. It wobbles towards the top of the goal square. Walker came out to meet it, got a shocking bounce. And a quick kick will clear it out of defence for the Magpies.
Intara.
Straight to, I've got Nelson Paralucha down for the 19. Yuendumu arrived to put on pressure. Severio Jarrah combining with Watson. Jarrah's kick to the half-forward flank. And Western Aranda defender Nathan Paralucha leads Tyson Woods over the boundary line. We've got a boundary throw in.
You know, Stan, that matchup's been fantastic for Western Aranda. I'm going to give colours to Nathan.
They're going to make this a free kick. Insufficient attempt to keep it in.
I think it was downfield.
Right.
I honestly think it was downfield. Tyson Woods it is. He plays on.
Oh, there's a mark.
Yeah.
Fabian Dixon. He's kicked one. Probably haven't seen as much of him as we normally would. Normally a big possession winner. And this is a big kick. It's only slightly framed, young man, but I reckon he might just have the distance in him here, Joe. He's pretty skilled.
Yep.
Unusual to see a Dixon not kicking with the left. He'll go with the right.
Fabian, he's already got one. It's 12 and a half minutes to go in this premiership quarter, the third quarter.
Nice
you
kick.
said it's got the legs, Stan. Does it have the accuracy? I don't think so.
They narrow the margin to 9 points on the Power and Water scoreboard. Dangerous kick in up the middle, but Daryl Candawara makes it look good for Western Aranda.
Junior Candawara, he goes out looking for Nathan Paralucci. Stops and props. He can't get his hands on the football. There's 3 doggies here. Oh, Junior works it out. He comes and supports. Oh, shows a bit of candy. He winds back the clock. Talk about winding back the clock. Alias Melbunker. He goes one way. He's just been tackled. He's been too high. Too high. Jeffrey Paralucci. He's got to go back, son. Go back.
So one of the veterans for Western Aranda, Alias Melbunker, former captain.
Yeah,
Premiership captain too, I think. Last time they won when Lofty Katakarinja coached them.
He's a jet, don't worry about that. He goes short looking for Matham Paralucci. He goes down the line. Good effort there. Good mark. Good work there by Swerving Mervyn Rose. Rose goes inside. He doesn't get full purchase on the kick. Yuendumu just belted out of there. Go looking for Alan Bongo Dixon. Dixon on that lovely booming kick. Wow-wee, that's going. Sebastian couldn't pick it up, and well done there. It's the one-armed red armband.
3 of them there.
They go long, but no one can get a clear possession. They go back inside forward 50. Again, Western Aranda under the pump. Good stuff there.
Jarrah.
The young son of a gun. He can't get a clear possession. Talk about guns.
Oh, he's done it again.
Talk about guns.
Sebastian Wilson.
That's his 6th goal for the afternoon.
And 5 of them have been ridiculous. Snaps like that from a man of his size. Good play there, getting it in. Winston Marshall. Let's have a look on the First Nations Foundation Action Live replay. Jarrah with the ball behind his back at one stage. And how opportunistic is that?
That was split-second thinking.
Left or right, around the corner.
Over the top of your head.
I reckon he can kick him out of his backside the way he's going at the moment, Sebastian Wilson.
Wow, Stan, that's a huge effort to kick 6 goals in a preliminary final.
We've got a quarter and a bit to go.
Yeah, it's not over yet, Joseph. Just hang in there. Make sure your seatbelt's on, viewers out there. It's 3 points in it.
Amazingly, it's not yet a match-winning effort. They're still 3 points behind on the Power and Water scoreboard. They've got a bloke doing that in the forward line.
Speaking of people,
here comes Jarrah back on the ground. It's all happening.
He's limping back out there, but anyway, he's back out there. You can't teach skill, credit. Yuendumu, they just belted inside forward 50 again. Oh. They're not over yet. Tyson Woods, one of his rare kicks, goal here. He's got one.
This should happen anyway, Joe, because it's been at least a dozen minutes since we had a lead change. We're overdue.
Yeah, for sure, Stan.
Oh, this is living up to our expectations.
Maybe this should have been the grand final next week, Stan.
Many people think so. At the minute, they're the 2 best teams in the competition. One finished minor premiers, the other one won the double chance qualifying final.
Yeah.
Shot a goal from Tyson Woods offline the margin. 1 point on the Power and Water scoreboard.
And they both finished 1-2 respectively. James Melbunker it is. He goes over the top looking for and finding Junior Candawara.
Starting to pick up a few possessions around the middle and half back, isn't he?
Candawara, yeah, he done that last week too late, just his smarts. Western Aranda, they're just holding possession football. They go down the line. That's Walker.
Yeah, Jermaine, or Renathan Patrick, I think.
Renathan Patrick, he's been handy for them. He just goes long. He belts it up to Walker, but nothing but Yuendumu. There's a flock of magpies there, and Isaiah Jones it is. Jones from Yuendumu Magpies. He goes in the middle of the ground.
Jefferson
Williams, he goes down 2-on-1. One wins out. Oh, good effort there by Dixon, but there's a one red arm bandit there. Back 6. He goes inside forward 50. Jasper Wheeler stops props. Makes a contest, but they should have just put it out in front of Jasper Wheeler.
Dane Watson took the mark for Yuendumu. Saving mark too. Short pass over to Ezekiel Marshall on the defensive 50-metre line. He's going to go out to the Gap Road side of the ground. Looking for Ezekiel Polson, all couple to beat. He didn't get the bounce he was looking for. Jeffrey Paralucci after the football. Good chase by Polson. but Pararucha able to get away
There
and
he is
pass
again.
short to Candawara. Gives it back to Pararucha. Oh, he ran into the tackle that time. That's a great tackle holding the ball. Don't know if he quite restrained him because Pararucha was getting up and getting ready to take off again.
Oh, for sure.
But the umpies paid the free and the short pass goes to Jerome Dixon, who marks just inside the centre square. Switches out to the grandstand side to Severio Jara.
Jara, Severio, where's his next link in the chain? He stops, props, he gives it over the top. Jefferson, I think it is.
Experience coming to the fore here from this bloke.
Jefferson Williams, he has one bounce. Son of Warren, he goes long inside forward 50. But the one runner, red arm bandit, and that was James Malbunker. Malbunker's got his teammate short out there if he wants to. He goes out there, Billy Abbott. Abbott. Western Aranda have played a good possession football game here. He goes down looking for Walker. Samuel, he can't get it, make a contest. He's at the back though. He gets it to his teammate. Oh, the veteran, alias Malbunker. He's off to the races. He has one bounce. He has two. He shanks the kick. It's still there to be one. Nathan Patrick it is. Good work. Western Aranda, they go inside forward 50. Paralucha, Jeffrey. He goes with a short pass. He's got a teammate over the top if he wants him. But he says, nah, I'm going to go back and have a shot here.
Swerving Mervyn Rose again.
Yeah, I think so. He's going to hold full responsibility.
Handy half-forward flanker type, this bloke.
Oh, he is.
Very handy.
Both him and Renathan Patrick today.
Related to the great Ricky Rose.
Wow.
Remember Ricky from
yes,
back in the late 90s?
He wore the Yuendumu. He wore number one.
Yep.
Wow.
We've got expert opinion over here. Fabian Williams letting us know it's Ricky Rose's son. What a great player Ricky Rose was.
Oh.
And now Mervyn Rose following in Dad's footsteps. He's just missed that shot at goal. It's off line to the right.
Another minor score.
3 points of difference on the Power and Water scoreboard. 5.5 minutes to go in the third term. Yuendumu bring it back into play. Ivan Jara the target. Oh, Watson up high. Brought the ball to ground. Beautiful one-handed pick-up. Samuel Walker. Centering kick towards the top of the goal square. Wheeler up high in front.
Paralucha!
Jeffrey gets it. Gets around onto the left boot. And misses. Ooh, a couple of chances gone begging in the last few seconds.
Oh, for sure. What about the contest by alias Malbunker? The veteran up against a couple of two young guns. And the veteran won out. And the one-handed pickup by Samuel Walker was just fantastic.
Bit of extra information from Mr. Williams, Rose family, and is Liam Patrick's nephew.
Wow. Yeah.
With some credentials there.
Talk about Ndari knowledge in the room.
Wonder he can play too. Family background like that.
Spiraled straight down the middle of TIO Traeger Park. Yuendumu, they get front and centre. It's Paulson, I think it was Jerome Dixon. He gets it off to his teammate. They're off to the races though.
Oh, good chase.
Good chase. Didn't need to do that.
Yeah, the little push afterwards spoiled it.
Yeah, didn't need to. That's what the free kick was against Severio.
Should have had faith in the Red Arm Bandits back there. They were lining up.
Oh, for sure. Tyson Woods it is. He plays on. He's off to the races. He's run a long way. You get it inside forward 50, but Stan the man's there. Stan the man Kenny. He gets it out. Oh, this bloke here has been fantastic today. Swervin Mervyn Rose. He's got one over the back. He goes to that longer option.
Patrick Abbott with the mark.
Abbott, where's the next link in the chain? He's just going to go long inside the forward 50. At the back is Walker. Walker! Samuel Walker! Snaps around the corner! He likes it!
Big day out.
Hasn't he had a ripper? That's his
goals.
fourth.
Oh, you got 4.
I've got 4. I've got 3 this quarter. Wow. That was a huge goal then from Western
Terrific
Aranda.
goal. Picked the right moment to stay down.
Yeah. They're peppering now. They've had 17 shots to 12. 3.5 minutes to go. 62. Plays 52 on the Power and Water scoreboard stand.
They missed 3 successive shots prior to that. And I was starting to think, gee, this could come back to bite them.
Yeah.
But they've got a major score on the board. They've got some reward for having the better of the play. So 9-8-62 to 8-4-52. Western Aranda leading Yuendumu on the Power and Water scoreboard by 10 points.
Yeah, that is for Stan. I've just double checked. The 9 goal kickers for Western Aranda, and that's all the 9. Just ticked under 3 minutes, 30 seconds gone then. Relayed back into the middle of the ground.
And look, he's played most of the day around half forward too, Samuel Walker. They've left full forward in the goal square to Jasper Wheeler.
And there's a warning? I'm not sure which warning is given, but a goal either way is going to be a big for this start of this. Going to go into this final term, Stan. There's no doubt about it. Ball's back in the middle of the ground.
Yuendumu turn.
They go forward through the agency of Severio Jarrow. Jarrow just, he shanks it off the boot. Guess who? Stan the man Kenny with one red sleeve. He just belts it to no man's land. First to it though is Jaden Watson. Watson, the ruckman in the first half. Stan the man Kenny again cuts it off. Free kick, too high.
And Liam Jarrett, I reckon he might have a problem with the shoulder now.
Frankie Antata, he goes out looking for his teammate there. He shanks it off the kick. There's 3-on-1 here, Western Aranda. Billy Abbott it is, he handballs it over the top.
4-on-1.
Paralucha, he's got a paddock. He could run a marathon just like Jordan if he wants to. He has 2 bounces over the top. What about this? Attempt to mark. Good chase down there by Abbott. Free kick, pushing the back downfield.
Wow.
Downfield.
It seems to be a decision a long way back at the other end of the ground. That decision's been made.
Wow, Stan. And Jeffrey's going to take it. Paralucha, he goes inside forward 50.
Rose again.
Swervin' Mervyn Rose.
Gee, they're making a bit of a push here, Western Aranda.
I think so.
Liam Jarrett's just walked off through the interchange gates. This time he's holding his shoulder. We were worried about his leg.
And he's taken
before.
all his tape off, so I don't reckon we'll see Jarrett again.
Just seems to be unravelling at the moment for Yuendumu.
What did I say, Stan? Goal either way is going to be huge here. Yuendumu's.
I don't think the Magpies should panic, though.
No, they shouldn't. There's no
quite
panic.
capable of coming back and plenty of time.
We've seen that already.
But you can feel the momentum going Western Aranda's way at the moment.
It's high. No score.
Oh, it didn't rush it through initially.
It was a score in the end. 35 seconds to go. Can Yuendumu go coast to coast?
I think they'd settle for just Western Aranda not getting another goal before 3/4 time. Coming in was Douglas Ingamala. He's got a chance to send them forward again. Bouncing ball just outside the attacking 50. Some slick hands. Here's a chance for goal for Western Aranda. Shot from Jordan Armstrong. Drifts wide. Gee, that could have been a crucial one just before the 3/4 time bell. Out of bounds on the full. 8 seconds left on the clock.
And I think we'll hear that bell before we see a ball, Stan.
Yep, there it is. 3/4 time siren. There's 11 points the difference in our Div 1 preliminary final. Western Aranda leading Yuendumu on the Power and Water scoreboard. And they're fighting for the right to come up against Papunya in next week's grand final. Western Aranda certainly got on top towards the latter stages of that term. But we know the Magpies never go down without a scrap. That's what we expect from them in the final term. Stay with us on ICTV. Plenty more great action to come. One more quarter of football and a grand final up for stakes.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
What do you all do if you see a water running?
Turn it off!
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We turn off the taps. What will you do?
COVID-19 pachin of Marinana. On the rare Yaralajaka. COVID-19 Gadan La, unknown and Elgadanto and Borigina, and unknown in the hospital wana Alachina. Agayanga Jangar machine Aranama and Iloma Puck. Churchat Nangle Kaderama Hospitala Oyana help me lama mapa. Vaccine and Renana Anonianama Moirail. Congress client Maba, 16 years old and Anbara, it na boys a vaccine in them. Itala Ramala, Akugo war blood clots in nama. Moira war gerama, COVID-19 gadama package. Unda inama vaccine atara, nganaindandaram. Number nana ring me lie. 1-800-570-688 and Pokamela Nguena. Pojan Congress client Mabala, Angai Clinica.
Water. How does it get from cloud to cup in your community? We partner with Baker Boy to roll out a new schools program called That's My Water, Bush Schools.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life.
There's a range of great classroom activities and videos. It's fun, free and engaging for the whole community. If you want your school to be involved, get your teacher to contact Power and Water and say,
That's my water!
Did you know us Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people are born with the best vision in the world?
It's true.
Yeah, and you also need good eyes to mark and kick the footy.
Yeah.
Did you also know that some kids in communities have sick eyes from trachoma?
Is that where you wash your face whenever it's dirty, to have strong eyes and stop trachoma?
Sure is, Jay. It's fun and easy too. So remember,
clean faces, strong eyes.
COVID-19 will come here. Will you be ready? COVID-19 sickness will make us so sick we go to hospital, need a machine to breathe, maybe die. If lots of people get sick, the hospital can't help everyone, but not if we get vaccinated. All Congress clients over 16 can get the Pfizer vaccine. No worries about very rare blood clots, and it works well against all different types of COVID. You must have 2 doses to be fully protected. Call 1-800-570-688 to book yours. Remote Congress clients ask at your clinic.
Kiwi Kora community. Kiwi kurang ora. You are Palla. Hello, my name is Jody. What you watching? ICTV. Palla.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
What do you all do if you see a water running?
Turn it off!
And welcome back to ICTV and our coverage of the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Finals footy series. Just seen on the promos there, turn it off. Well, that's water, but when you come to the footy here, the players turn it on.
Yeah.
And they've turned it on today. Preliminary final day, we've got one more quarter to go. This game's still up for grabs. Western Aranda in the box seat at the moment, leading Yuendumu by 11 points on the Power and Water scoreboard. My name's Stan Coombs, joining me at commentary, Joe Clark. Joe, I think pretty important Yuendumu. Don't let Western Aranda kick any more than 1 or 2 goals to kick off this term, and preferably get a goal or 2 themselves.
Oh, for sure, Stan.
To start things off.
For sure, Stan, and I think this game is going to go right to the wire. No doubt about that. That 11-point margin can be taken over, just like that.
Yeah, we saw a couple of games earlier today. After the restart, bang, bang, couple of centre clearances, couple of goals. We're underway. Final term of preliminary final action today. ICTV has telecast 3 games. And it's Yuendumu versus Western Aranda, great rivals for over 50 years now. Footy out on that half-forward flank on the Todd River side of the ground. Tyson Woods there, couldn't take it with him. Fell to ground just as he was about to pick it up. Douglas Inkamala working hard for Western Aranda. They're only inches inside the boundary line. Inkamala went for the soccer off the ground, had a fresh air shot. The nail gun, bit of a fresh air shot with the handball there, intercepted by the Magpies. They're able to get it up to the attacking 50, and I think a free kick paid upfield. Tyson Woods will be the recipient.
Against Nalkin then, I reckon.
Tyson Woods, maybe it is going back, not upfield. Yep, so the nail gun, the bloke standing the mark, and I think it's Dane Watson or Jaden Watson with the footy.
Jaden.
Huge effort in the ruck from someone making the inches. Fabian Dixon there, loss of footy when tackled. Little handball's been slipped out. Lachlan Bunker slammed it onto the boot to get it out to the defensive 50 for Western Aranda. Big pack over it now.
Yeah, Western Aranda, there's still stacks on the mill there. Jeffrey Paralucci was. Just tries to bust his way through. No, it's just one red sleeve, so that's a back 6 for Western Aranda. No one can get a clear possession. The only one that's going to get a possession out of here is the man in green. He's in charge. I haven't seen Alvin White much.
I reckon this is his first run today.
Alvin White, he's been moved in the forward line.
And done all right there.
He just belts it forward. Western Aranda, they work it out. They go backwards to go forward, but only to a flock of magpies. And that's Jaden Watson again. Watson's holding it up. He's looking for someone that needs to really attempt at the football. That's high, wide. Nathan Paralucci, he goes up second in line. Jara, son of the gun. He can't get his hands on the football. He tries, but good pressure there.
Look out. It's our man.
7 goals.
7 goals, Sebastian.
7 goals, Sebastian. That's his first for the final quarter. And they're well within this game.
Yet another step. Let's have a look on this of the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Ivan Jara doing some work at ground level here. I think we might see the difference between being 15 years old up against the men. He was moved off the footy, but at least had a second effort.
Yeah.
And that kept him around, and, well, this is trademark Wilson.
Oh, wow.
7 goals in a prelim final. They've only kicked 9.
Yeah, he's kicked.
It's a Sherman Spencer-like effort. I can remember the Shermanator kicking 7 out of 9 in a representative game.
We talked about it a couple of games ago. If they didn't have one particular player, what if Yuendumu
didn't have Sebastian Wilson today?
Wow.
I'm sure someone else might have filled the void, but I don't know if they would have filled it that successfully. 7.
Oh, 7 straight too, I reckon. I don't know if he's kicked any minors. He may have. Anyway, we're back to the play here at the centre ground. Alan Dixon tries to win it out of there. Bro Beatty Nelkin does. He just belts it forward though. Western Aranda overrun the football. Oh, good handball to himself there.
Nice kick too.
They go well. Severio Jara, he belts it in. He dives. He goes long into the forward line. Good mark.
Well,
good work.
This is bush footy, Joe, isn't it? Western Aranda looked all over Yuendumu at the end of that third term. We've had a break, and in the blink of an eye, Fabian Dixon can actually put the Magpies back in front.
But Western Aranda have been like this all game. Starting slow and letting Yuendumu get in front and get him back into the game.
Fabian Dixon shooting for goal for Yuendumu. It's a good-looking kick straight through the middle, and the Magpies are back in front on the Power and Water scoreboard. 2 quick goals to start this final term.
Wow, we 1 point, Stan. We've seen the lead change many a time today, but like I said before that shot, Yuendumu come out firing early. They just got to keep that pressure up right throughout this quarter if they want to play in the grand final. It's that simple.
They looked disorganised just before 3/4 time. It looked like they were unravelling at the edges.
Oh,
but wow. They're in front. There's Jara on the sidelines, and obviously looking at that, we're not going to see him again unless he's going out with that bandana on.
He's in his civvies, mate. He's in all his...
Simon Fisher Jr. rubbing his hands together. I bet you he wishes he was back out there. What a great player.
Oh, for sure. Ball's tossed back up again. No one can get a clearance out. This bloke, Jeffrey Paralucci, just handballs it to no man's land, probably to the wrong man. And Alan Bongo Dixon, he just goes long into the forward line.
Oh!
Dixon again, snapped around the corner.
Sebastian Watson. Wow. Oh, yes. This will take you back.
Wow.
In the veteran category these days, a great player throughout his career for Yuendumu.
Oh, they've all been in a big paddock out there.
Yes, he's a little bit heavier than he once was, and he's at his peak.
Yeah, they could extend the lead here by 2 kicks.
Here we go. What a quick turnaround this has been.
I reckon this is Sebastian Watson's first kick for the day, Stan.
Nah, definitely had a snap towards goal that was just offline earlier on. Oh, and he's missed.
He's missed it.
Wouldn't have expected that in his younger days.
Oh, for sure.
Maybe the legs getting a bit tighter now.
Yep. Second kick. Western Aranda can play on here.
They doubled their lead, though.
Yep.
It's gone from 1 point to 2 points on the Power and Water scoreboard. Oh!
Dangerous. Dangerous. Yuendumu just swoop on it. Have a flying shot on goal. Nothing doing there. Ezekiel Paulson had more time than Stan. Western Aranda, Stan the man just shanked that kick. Nathan Paralucci, he goes back to Stan the man.
I reckon he'll go along with this one.
Oh, for sure.
He thought about the short pass.
Now he's going to go long with the spiral. It is a good spiral indeed. Jeffrey Paralucha it is. He gets on his skates inside forward 50. Going up for the football. Can't take a mark though. Attempt for, well done there by Walker. Samuel Walker. He's unable to get a clear possession. Junior Candawara can though. No one can get it.
It's desperate.
Desperate stakes. Dived on it.
Oh.
Dropping the football.
Oh.
That's a big call, Stan.
It is when it's a shot at goal coming up. But Samuel Walker.
He actually did dive on it.
He's gone the pass. Paralucha in the corridor. Takes the mark. Now straight out from goal. 45 metres for Jeffrey Paralucha to send the kick to get a goal on the board and get the lead back.
Will we see
for Western Aranda?
Will we?
Oh, definitely, but if not with this kick, probably one a little bit later on.
Yeah, there's plenty of time left here.
Well, he's normally a great kick. It's just a matter of whether or not he gets the nerves in front of goal. Puts it on its way. That's straight. And Western Aranda back in front on the Power and Water scoreboard. Yet another lead change at Traeger Park. 2 goals to Jeffrey Paralucha. Possibly the leading possession winner on the ground. Beautiful signal there on the First Nations Foundation replay from the umpire. Rule holding the ball. And look at that shot at goal from Paralucha. Never looked like missing. 10-9-69 to 10-6-66. Well, never fails to deliver. Bush footy in Central Australia.
Oh, no way, Stan.
We had one-sided Div 2 preliminary final today.
We've had one
all final series.
All finals. And I don't think next week's going to be blowouts. We've got one more. We've got 10 minutes, 11 and a half minutes to get to next week yet. Ball's out here, out wide.
Oh! Got him.
3-1. They had to pay that because they paid the other one up the other end. Alan Dixon all alone out here, wide stand.
Big left boot.
He's going to go on the
right.
On the right. It's high, wide. James Bunker goes up. But good work there by Todd.
Big last quarter.
Fabian Dixon for sure.
Had a big last quarter.
Fabian Dixon goes short, unmarked, unchecked. There's plenty in the middle.
Jara!
The young Jara, the youngster, he's kicked one on the outside of the boot. Wow-wee.
Guess what? The lead's changed hands again. Let's have a look at this on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Great confidence in the young man. Fabian Dixon's last quarter's been terrific. Oh yeah, they went there looking for Ezekiel Paulson, couldn't mark. Opportunistic stuff.
Wow.
Ivan Jara.
Son of a gun.
Could be towards the end of one champion's career and the start of his son's.
Yeah. There's a few father sons out there.
Sheldon White might be another one out there. I'm wondering if it's Riley White's young fella. Out of the middle. Renathan Patrick comes out to meet it there for Western Aranda. A little bit of a fumble. They're diving over the top.
Yeah.
Only a smell bunker just inside the boundary line. Plenty of magpies there. Young Watson keeps it in play. And the numbers went out in the end. Jerome Dixon slams it onto the left boot.
Dixon just goes long.
Jara again.
Again.
Where's he come from, the young man?
The young Ivan. He was hurt in that first quarter. Where's the next link in the chain?
He's going to talk.
No, he's going to
clever.
go short, clever, smart. He goes looking for and finding Alvin White. He's going to go short. Inside 450, but nothing but doggies.
Yeah, the Red Arm Brigade read that one, didn't they?
James Malbunker, he goes straight down the middle of the ground. 2-on-1 at the back. Western Aranda, guess who? He's off to the races.
Oh, it's Intata now.
Intata now, Jeffrey Paralucha. Paralucha goes long. We haven't seen Wheeler much. Jasper Wheeler can't get his hands on the football. He's got Alan Dixon to tackle if he wants it. He does. He keeps it on. 2-1. Jasper Wheeler done so well to get there.
Look at them lining up here.
There's 4 doggies. They're everywhere. The dogs are out.
Now the Magpies have got there.
Yeah, Jeffrey Paralucha. He swoops on it. He's let's go.
Oh,
he likes it.
Goal.
Wow, another game change in the lead, Stan Coombs.
Oh, Bongo Dixon, desperate attempt on the line to get a finger on that. Let's have a look at this one on the First Nations Foundation live action replay. Pararucha's kick in towards. Oh, look. Oh.
That's his second for the quarter, eh?
Yes, it is, and three for the game.
Third for the game.
Gee, I think back to last year in the Div 2 preliminary final when Bongo Dixon managed to sneak one over the line by about that much to deny Aranda and get the Magpies into that grand final.
Yep.
This time it's the other way around.
Wow.
Yeah, Sheldon White, son of Riley White. Jaden Watson, son of Sebastian Watson. There you go. And of course, Kyron Fisher, the son of Simon Fisher. Sons of champions.
Ah, for sure.
What a game of footy. It's Western Aranda by 3 points. Power and Water scoreboard. Another twist coming, I think, Joe.
Oh, for sure. It's tossed in there. Here's the twist it is now. And Jerome Dixon gets a centre clearance. He goes long into the forward line. 1 against 1. Full forward against full back. Woods it is. He goes this way, that way, on that left foot. Slams it around the corner. All up. No one down. Stand the man. Kenny can't get it. Go through there. Oh. One red arm banded to another. Stand the man. Kenny. He does well. He just belts it out of there. They're going to play keepy offs here. They're going to try anyway. There's a long way to go. He doesn't keep it off. He doesn't keep it off at Western Yuendumu. Yuendumu, they just get it out of there. Just belt it out of there. Leading in the race is Severio Jarrah. Jarrah's off to the races. He has 1. Patrick Abbott chases. He has 2. He goes inside 4 at 15. Jarrah!
This young man has come of age in this last quarter.
They're going to reverse it. It's getting reversed.
Oh, my goodness.
It's getting reversed.
Gee whiz.
Wow, that was bold, gutsy. The umpire is in charge. Wow-wee.
Patrick Abbott takes the mark from the resulting kick. It came from James Malbunker. Up to Rose. Marks just backward of the wing. He pops a short one over the top to Jeffrey Pararucha. Rose keeps running forward. Pararucha doesn't need him. Turns around, plays on, 1 bounce long. He's looking for Jasper Wheeler. Bucked out of it. Great effort by the defender to pull in the mark. That's terrific stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yuendumu, they got Bongo. Dangerous kick. Bongo's up to the challenge. Alan Dixon, 6 minutes to go here. 3 points in it. Western Aranda leading. Who wants that last spot in the last dance? Time will tell. Bongo just belts it down to no man's land. Alias Malbunker. He can't get it
Jarrah again.
Jarrah, son of a gun. He goes over the top looking for and finding Clifford Wayne.
Oh, look out, look out. Oh, 7 goals. Sebastian couldn't make it 8. That one just wide.
Out of bounds on the full.
But all the length of the ground there. You've got to give credit to the man at full back. We didn't mention his name, but I will now. Dane Watson.
Dane Watson is doing a great job on Jasper Wheeler.
Here you go, Western Aranda now. They want to swing it from one end of the ground to the other. Successful start. Nelson Paralucha marks at half-back. Over the top to Jermaine Walker. Plenty of space to move in. Walker goes long. It's a bit of a flow to the attacking 50. Daryl Candawara taps it to his own advantage. 45 out on the run. Copped a bit of a nudge from behind as he got boot the ball and he's gone out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Yuendumu, deep in the back pocket, and Dane Watson will take it. They're 3 points down. Yuendumu, 5 minutes to go, final term.
Plenty of time. Dangerous.
Oh, what a chase!
Jasper Wheeler appeals for a free kick. He's still in there. He can get it if he wants it. He can't. He gets it back now. Wheeler from the boundary line. You're kidding!
Oh,
you are kidding. It's a minor score.
I reckon you're kidding. Jasper Wheeler's missed one. He really does he? Wow. Oh, it's starting to get tight now. 4.5 minutes left. Still tight for Yuendumu. They snatched the preliminary final win from nowhere last year. The man who kicking the ball now is the one who kicked the goal to win it. Alan Bongo Dixon, what a long thumping kick into the middle. Pararucha up the meat in the Yuendumu sandwich. Took the mark between two of them. He plays on the short pass to Nalkin. The nail gun uses his experience and slows things down. Waits for the right option. There it is. He spears the pass to Samuel Walker. And Walker can shoot for goal from just inside 50.
Walker. Wow.
Big game, big game.
And a couple of the big names really come to the top here, Stan.
This fella hasn't played a lot of footy in the last, well, probably half a dozen years. Never played as much as what he probably could have.
Oh, for sure, the veteran.
Gee, what a player. And what a day he's had if he can kick this. He might seal it for the Bulldogs. It's a good-looking kick, but it's offline and through for one behind. The Magpie supporters breathe a huge sigh of relief.
It's still under a kick. Yuendumu goes short. They go out looking for and finding Winston Marshall. Marshall, he got a long lead from his teammate there. He's taken it on the chest. He's played on.
He was off.
He was off. Oh, dangerous kick. Dangerous.
Good tackling.
Western Aranda there in numbers. Alias Melbunker, the veteran. He goes on the left foot kick. He's been smashed after disposals. The umpire says no doing there, no free kick. Wow.
I actually think they're probably lucky there wasn't a report there. I reckon there was a deliberate foot out to try and trip then.
Yep. Stan, you talked about it before, about all those people outside of the gate. There's a mob jumped the fence and they're nearly on the field.
They are inside the fence now.
Wow.
Everyone on their feet at Traeger Park. 5 points the difference on the Power and Water scoreboard. Ordinary boundary throw in. Bongo Dixon gets it. Slips a handball away. The Magpies up towards the wing. Just outside the outstretched hand of Ezekiel Paulson over the boundary line for a boundary throw in.
2.5 minutes to
Still
go, Stan.
time for the Magpies.
Plenty of time. It's 5 points. There's a kick in it. The Jermaine Walker.
Gee, this is where I wish we had someone hurling. Oh, that's a pretty good boundary throw. That's a lot better than what we've seen. Credit there. Pararucha takes the footy for Western Aranda. Had to handball it away when tackled. The nail gun gets it. Short little chip pass forward. Didn't get to Frankie Antana. Now the Magpies get around it. Malcolm comes in again. Handballs it forward. Over the head of Antana. Oh, cleverly taps it to Walker. Walker, a quick kick. I'm not sure if that's gone 15.
It hasn't.
When it comes down, there's Magpie defenders everywhere, but they can't get a clean pick-up. And now the ball spills out to Rose for Western Aranda. Handball to Jermaine Walker. Kicks inside 50. Patrick Abbott waits and takes the mark.
Patrick Abbott! Cover yourself in glory, son! Go back and kick the goal!
Oh, the Doggy supporters are going, hey, Abbott!
Stan, this is a dangerous kick for either side, because if it's a point, it's a draw. If it's a goal, it's 2 goals to win it for Yuendumu.
What Yuendumu have to do.
What Yuendumu have to do.
Minute 20 left on the clock.
If he kicks a point, they still need 2 goals to win it.
And I think they're right if he does. Well, I suppose a minute to get it up the other end. He's normally a great kick for goal.
He likes it!
That's it. I reckon the Doggies might be into the grand final.
Wowee! Who would have thought the powerhouse of Yuendumu had dominated this competition? Never say never, Stan. Never say never. Patrick Abbott's first goal for the afternoon, and what a time to kick it, Stan Coombe.
11 points of difference on the Power and Water scoreboard, and the clock continues to tick down. Yuendumu won't have enough time left. So it's going to finish in anticlimactic conditions, I think, with the clock just ticking away. Despondent Yuendumu players, they won't be set up in the 6-6 here. We've got 4 of them out on the grandstand side wing. They know it's done. And Western Aranda are going to move into the grand final up against Papunya.
Wowee.
And a free kick in the middle, and it's going to go to Yuendumu. It's not going to matter though, 17 seconds left on the clock. Long kick inside 50, some high flying, a push in the back. Be Fabian Dixon's free kick. The Magpies will get the last kick of the game. He plays on, and he puts it through for a goal. And there it is.
Wowee.
A goal right at the end there to Fabian Dixon, but it doesn't change the result. Western Aranda hang on to win it by 5 points on the Power and Water scoreboard.
Wow, what a game of football, Stan Coombe.
Yet another absolute thriller produced by these maestros from the bush. A 5-point margin in the end of Western Aranda, 12-11-83, Yuendumu 12-6-78. It's times like these, Joe, you just feel up and about for the mob that won, but you feel devastated for the mob that lost.
Don't you?
Look at the scenes out there on the ground, captured by ICTV cameras. We're going to take a quick break now, see if we can catch up for an interview with someone from the winning team. But stay with us on ICTV when we wrap up what's been a great day of preliminary final football action.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
That's my water!
The videos on ICTV come from hundreds of different contributors, all sharing their video stories. ICTV is based in Alice Springs, where we're proud to play videos from contributors living in remote communities all over Australia. ICTV is proud to present the Contributor Profiles project, showcasing some of the amazing contributors making videos for ICTV.
When I was a kid, nobody ever said, when you grow up, you can be whatever you want, or no one ever asked me, what do you want to be? So school just never interested me. Nothing really did. But now I'm starting to get older, I'm more mature. I now have goals and places I want to be.
My name is Sean Barcelli. I'm from Tennant Creek. I'm part of the Warramungu people. My skin name is Jumpin, and my homelands are Ligabara. Yeah, I work for Barcelli Regional Arts Media Mob, and I've been with them for about 6 years now. So my role within Barcelli Regional Arts, I'm the media coordinator for Media Mob. The highlights of my career with Barcelli Arts, that's kind of a tricky question because each year I'm doing something different, and each year has something special about it and very memorable. Because I definitely...
Water! How does it get from cloud to cup in your community? We partner with Baker Boy to roll out a new schools program called That's My Water, Bush Schools.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life.
There's a range of great classroom activities and videos. It's fun, free and engaging for the whole community. If you want your school to be involved, get your teacher to contact Power and Water and say,
That's my water!
And welcome back to ICTV's coverage of the 2021 AFL Central Australia Community Footy Final Series. Just seen an amazing preliminary final. Western Aranda, a 5-point win over Yuendumu to get themselves into the grand final. And down on the ground talking with us, Jeffrey and Kamala. Not too sure if Jeffrey can hear us. Are you there, Jeffrey? Doesn't look like Jeffrey getting us through the cans.
Yeah, he can't get us and you might need to pull his... Yeah.
At the moment. Have we got you there, Jeffrey?
No sound, Jeffrey?
No sound. Look, I'll just recap the final score. Western Aranda 12-11-83, Yuendumu 12-6, 78.
Aranga, you can't hear.
Get Jono down on the ground, perhaps maybe to have a word with Jeffrey.
While we're doing that, Stan, I might just go through the goal kickers, though.
Do that, Joe.
Yeah, for the runners-up, of course, Yuendumu, 7 to the big fella and Sebastian Wilson, 3 to Fabian Dixon, 1 to Tyson Woods, 1 to Ivan Jara, and now we got some sound. No,
I can hear Jeffrey, but I'm not sure if Jeffrey can hear us.
And also Samuel Walker 4.
You got us there, Jeffrey?
I just told them blokes to stick with the blokes and just move the ball. Never mind, Yuendumu was top team, mate. That was very hard to play, mate.
Yeah, no, I think...
yeah, and who were some of your guest players today?
My nephew, Frankie Dada, I told him to try real hard for the ball, and my cousin, Peyton Nalkin, and my another cousin, Jeffrey Parolja. That man, Yuendumu was real hard, mate. That was gone for it, mate.
Yeah, and what are your plans for the grand final next week?
Just stick with the same blokes, I think. See whoever wins, just wait and see, mate.
All right,
yeah.
Thanks very much.
No, I mean.
Big thank you to Jono down there for taking over for us. Some technical issues, Jeffrey unable to hear us, but congratulations to the coach, Jeffrey and Kamala. A champion footballer for Western Aranda in his day. Supreme down at full-back. He was almost impassable, and now a pretty happy coach of a team that's going to be in a grand final next week.
Oh, for sure,
Western
Stan.
Aranda versus Papunya.
Oh, wow, what a game that's going to turn out to be. But, mate, we were before Jeffrey came on, I'd read all the Yuendumu goal kickers, but I just need to read out the winners' goal kickers. Samuel Walker, he kicked 4. Jeffrey Paralucha 3. Jasper Wheeler 2, both in that first quarter. Mervyn Rose 1. Patrick Abbott, the sealer. And, of course, Renathan Patrick, Western Aranda. They look good today. And so did Papunya. So, guess what? We're in for a crackerjack next week, Stan.
A couple of ripping preliminary finals. We'll quickly just wrap up the day Western Aranda winning that one by 5 points, 12-11 to 12-6. Earlier on, Papunya defeated Tea Tree by 11 points, 10-8 to 8-9. In Div 2, Mount Allen, big winners over Plenty Highway, 74 points the margin. Tichikala defeated Arayonga by 35 points, so the Div 2 grand final is Tichikala versus Mount Allen. Our Div 1 grand final, Papunya versus Western Aranda, and under 18s, Plenty Highway. 9-point winners over Papunya. They'll go on and meet Ginger Porter in next weekend's under 18 grand final. Guess where you can see it, Joe?
ICTV.
ICTV.
Wow.
It's the only place to get local football.
Let's just not hope we're doing what you done then, Stan, sign language in the last quarter, because our voices held up this game. We got 3 crackerjacks next week too.
I don't think they got to see it. ICTV. There it is.
Okay. Sign language.
It's your local football channel here in Central Australia. Great coverage. Great to be a part of it. We look forward to seeing you next weekend. It's Community Grand Final Day. She'll be a beauty.
The telecast of this game is brought to you by Power and Water. Power and Water Corporation, supporting local football and saving water.
That's my water!
Because I definitely know years from now I'm going to be looking back on this as my most fondest memory. So my favourite video was the Eleanor Dixon video. We travelled to Elliot for a week and did 3 video postcards there. But what was so tricky about this one was it was during wet season, so we'd have to drive out to Newcastle, but the road was completely flooded. And instead of standing there and thinking like, oh, we should drive away and come back when it's dry, we instead grabbed our cameras, had it on our shoulders, and just walked straight through the water that was sometimes to your shoulders. So that was really amazing. So we were pulling a boat through the water while she was singing, and her father was playing guitar. And we were just going for like Rambo style through the water. And that was a really good experience because we're not only working against the weather, but also like with the weather. Yeah, I think the first thing we made for ICTV was the Media Mob documentary. I think because we uploaded it on their website. What's it like seeing our videos on ICTV? It's awesome that we can share our stories on multiple platforms, like different platforms, and it's great to get recognition, but mainly just sharing stories, because that way I found other videos through ICTV that were in different parts of the region or different parts of the country, which was really amazing to listen and watch different stories. The kind of feedback we get in Tennant Creek has been amazing because it really puts this sense of pride in myself and other people, because when we're watching videos that we made about our town, we sometimes forget the small things, why we love this town. But it's awesome seeing it for a video because we're looking at it from a completely different perspective. It makes people proud. What's good about community television is that it shares these amazing stories from all parts of the country that you probably would have never have heard if it weren't for this platform with ICTV. My hopes for the future with media and just Indigenous culture is that we really not only archive our language, our cultures, our customs, but also share it with the world and really dispel a lot of misconceptions about Aboriginal people and really show how beautiful not only our people are, but the land is.
How does it get from cloud to cup in your community? We partner with Baker Boy to roll out a new schools program called That's My Water, Bush Schools.
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life.
There's a range of great classroom activities and videos. It's fun, free and engaging for the whole community. If you want your school to be involved, get your teacher to contact Power and Water and say,
That's my water!
Waterless people live on country. No water, no life. So, what do? We're looking for leaks. That's my water! What will you do?
Welcome to the ICTV Programming Grid. The Programming Grid shows the different categories of videos playing on ICTV throughout the week. Each category is represented by a different colour. Young Way is yellow and features videos for kids and young people. These videos play on ICTV before and after school from Monday to Friday. Our Bedtime Stories is a special nighttime series for children in language. It plays every school night at 7:30 p.m. If you have a video you'd like to see on ICTV, please contact us. ICTV, showing our way.
Thank you, ladies. Can you please give him a big hand again? A dance performance is when you see the digging, that's creating water for the ladies to travel.